we're good. I think we're live. Hey.
Yeah, I think we're on.
Is everybody there? Hi, guys. Josh Bethel.
Kevin Hansen.
This is Art Assault, episode 4, the Dancing Squirrels, and then it's got a lot of other words behind it for another name, but we're just calling it Dancing Squirrels to keep it simple.
You guys chose it, so remember, it's your fault if you don't like what we do.
What's going on, everybody? So
I'm going to go ahead and get started, and you can just start.
Okay, yeah.
Because this one's pretty busy.
Pretty busy. First of all, as you may or may not notice, we're on Talking Beards Network, broadcasting on their page and all their platforms they've got. So huge shout out to everybody over there. Got Peter Seller coming on. Can't talk today. He's back there. I'll wave to Peter. Can you hear me, Peter? You might not be able to hear me. Hopefully we can hear him. But yeah, so Kevin's getting started on. We've got it sketched out over there. I don't think you can really see what the sketch is. But yeah, a lot has been going on this week. It's been a whirlwind of a week. Boo Font in the house. What's up, Boo? We made the official announcement Tuesday, and then just trying to get things set up and not have so many technical difficulties, which they're going to happen, I'm sure. But yesterday was 2021 West Coast Classic and Beards for the Brave. A lot of stuff going on with that. The kid ended up taking home a third place trophy. I took a 14th. It's awesome, though. It was a great event. Anthony Cardi, Talking Beards, they did a great job setting it up. It's went very, very smoothly. Once I found out the schedule, because I was sweating it all day. When is the category? And so once I found the schedule, it was a little less stressful. But yeah, we've got Peter back there. We'll get him on in a few. He's does some wicked artwork, some welding, and he's Clover Gear. And he's a really cool dude. I think you guys are gonna like him. I think you really are. Kevin, he was out doing some live music yesterday, recording some live music and doing a little photo shoot. And so we've got a lot of cool guests getting ready to come on. That's all I can say. A lot of cool guests. And next week we've got Nick Gibbs, a local rapper here to Wichita. And then we've got some might have heard of old Marty Ray Project. We got him coming on. I just reached out to him and he was like, yeah. I'm like, cool. So hopefully that goes good. Mr. Cajun in the house. What's up? Jason Myers. What's up, Dan? Warhoop. Traci. Seen Traci's post about the squirrels on the fingers. That was pretty funny. That may or may not make it in there. We'll just have to see what time allows for. Let's see. Let's look at that list. So yeah, January 31st, we got Nick Gibbs and Marty Ray Project coming on for an interview. February 7th, we got Anthony Joyner and Jericho. And February 14th, Valentine's Day, we got we're going to bring Jamie and Garrett back, Briggerman, and we still got to work on someone else, a second interview. And then we don't have anything for the 21st yet, but hopefully we can get somebody lined out that. And then 28th of February, we've got Pollyann Wyndham of Pollyann and the Punkheads, right, Kevin?
No, it was Jason the Punkhead, but she was known as Polly Punkhead. I forgot I had the mic over here. She was with Jason and the Punkheads, and they just became, or Punk Necks, excuse me. God dang,
Punk Necks, yeah.
And she's she's done some recordings as Polly Punk Nick, and she's done some stuff with Punk Nick. Now she's solo, and she's going as Polly Ann, and she can be found at Polly Ann Music. She's doing some videos right now. Not sure when her next recording is going to come out, but we'll talk. Hopefully by then, maybe it'll come out.
Dixie, what's up, Dixie?
Dixie's on there. I'm done.
Oh, gotta give her some shit. Missing last week.
Yeah, I'm done. She missed last week.
Yep.
Is there a block thing on her?
Blocker. No more.
No. Pretty soon here, I'm going to be painting her car, so we'll see what happens.
So can everybody hear Kevin back there? We added a second mic back there to kind of help. And I don't know. Testing 1, 2, 3. Can anybody?
I can't hear anything.
Well, I know.
I don't know.
It's weird.
Yeah. Oops.
Dixie's laughing at us.
Yeah. She always laughs at us. She laughs her way through life anymore. It's cool.
No, I'm not going to Texas and on the 20th. No, it's not in the cards right now. There's too much stuff up in the air, and got to hold down the fort here. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. Me and Kevin just keep coming up with ideas. Who knows where this is going to take? We're going to have fun. That's all that matters. In fact, we got a blue squirrel back there, Kevin. What on earth are you doing?
Said I was going to go all out cartoon with this one.
No, I know it. Got about 3 minutes.
Yeah, he's my Saturday Night Fever squirrel.
Give it a sound check there. We're going to do another sound check, Dan.
What, can people hear me? Or do I need to speak up?
Dan, how does he sound now?
Can you hear me? I don't know.
All right, we'll just roll with it. He says you're still hard to hear.
Well, it's probably because the darn mic's hidden behind the light.
Well, you know, you got to do what you got to do.
I think I know what I can do.
I think it'll be fine.
It'll still stay up there. It's just be hanging down off the cord.
Well, it falls out of the thing.
Oh, does it? You tried that already?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just, if I tilt down anymore, it's a goner.
We'll get it all figured out.
Yeah.
First, you're using a mic stand as a light stand.
Right. Got to do what you got to do.
I have some actual light stand, man. I can bring one in, I think.
So yeah, we'll go ahead and switch on here and get Peter going whenever. So I don't see him over there. So Peter, if you're listening, you got about 5 minutes to get in front of the camera. Make yourself pretty.
Saw him the whole time when we were setting up.
Yeah. Nick says he hears you. There he is. Hey, Peter.
Oh, so you guys hear me just fine?
I turned it up a little bit after
Is
Dan
Nick
said.
Gibb on there? Or is that
No, it's somebody else.
another Nick?
Yep. So yeah, let's go ahead and swap. And we'll get Peter rolling.
You use Michael's color setup here if you want.
Yeah. Whenever he pops back on there, just give him away. Oops.
Oh. Now, if he's on, okay, where'd you put the?
Let's see if we can get this one.
So Peter is the one we're looking for.
Yeah. Hey, Peter, you ready? You ready, Peter? Okay, here we go. We're ready. We're going. Without further ado.
There we go.
You guys hear me?
Can you hear me?
I don't think.
Hello, can you guys hear me? I can hear you guys.
You there, Peter?
Hello, can you guys hear me?
He's talking, but I can't hear him.
You guys got me muted.
He's coming through, but barely.
Yeah.
Barely.
Can you guys not hear me? Hello? Hello, can you guys hear me?
I can hear you, but it's
it
kind of
says
like
that I'm muted.
that's it. Yeah, just keep talking. I think we're getting it.
I
There we go.
hello.
What's going on, Peter?
Yeah, just too many moving parts. What can
Yeah.
I say?
Hi. You guys need fucking dinosaurs and a fucking wheel.
Well, you can make
What's
those,
happening?
can't you? You can
Probably.
make those.
What's happening, everybody?
Not a lot.
Not a lot. We're just painting some dancing squirrels.
All right.
So, Peter, I don't know a whole lot about you. I've seen that I was actually the MC where a piece of yours was being auctioned or raffled off for a charity at Middle of the Earth.
Middle of the map.
Or Middle of the Map, excuse me. I'm a huge J.R. Tolkien fan. I can't help it. But
that was the centipede, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a centipede.
It was a centipede.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit what you're doing there. Is it repurposing a bunch of stuff?
Man, I call it reclaiming, and there's a couple other artists that do it too. And basically, like when you repurpose or you recycle, you're taking something and you're using it kind of what it was, but you're using it for something else. Reclaiming is I'm taking shit and I'm just seeing it as raw materials to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care that it's a bowl or something. I'll cut it up and use it in like a bird or a lion or something.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Okay.
If that kind of makes sense. Just raw materials to me.
Right. Well, yeah.
I take all kinds of broken stuff, machinery, car parts.
Because I'll paint on I'll grab anything and paint on it, and that's more of a repurposing it, where I'm not changing it the way it is. It's just me painting on it. Now I've turned it in from a jug to a piece of art, you know. And so I guess I get that now. So I guess if I ground that jug up and threw it into the paint that I was using, maybe.
Right.
Peter, so like I said, it was what? Like I said, then I think it was 2 years ago. And like I said, I hit you up and asked you if you wanted to, help us out with this first charity. That was the first Middle of the Maps. So that was 2018. So, yeah. And like I said,
I think so, man.
I bribed you with a bunch of metal and I said, hey, I'm going to bring you up a bunch of scrap metal, man. Showed up at your door with a truck full of metal.
That'll work.
Yeah, I like rusty shit. People do that a lot. I get a lot of broken, rusty things from people, and then the best part is usually they end up buying it back from me. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I do that with cymbals lately from bands. A lot of these drummers are throwing away their cymbals, and so instead of throwing them away, they give them to me, and I paint on them, and now they're a piece of art. And some of them turn around and buy back what they gave to me. So,
well, it's funny you say that because stuff like this, I actually cut up and it's actually broken drum cymbals.
Yeah, you can see that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
But yeah, that's all broken drum cymbals.
Yeah, this is all I do. I got some of mine here too. See.
Oh, right on.
So it's this one has a crack in it somewhere, I swear. Oh, dang, I chipped the paint already. But yeah, so I made a bondage frog. What can I say? Yeah, it's already got chipped up.
I'm not going to judge you, so.
Oh, I do other things too. I saw that in the middle, and I go, that could be a ball gag, and I just went with it after that. So I was going from there. So what got you started into doing all these pieces?
Man, really, like, I've been an artist my whole life. Like, I've done everything from drawing to painting, photography. I mean, you name it, I've done it. And I've always worked with machines and metal like my whole life, almost every job I've ever had. So I've always been around broken stuff. And then I had to figure out more than a few years, but I was diagnosed with AS, which is ankylosing spondylitis of the spine. So it fuses your spine together. It really sucks and it's painful. Of course, nothing they can do about it. So I had to come up with a way where I could still work and do what I wanted to do, but apply all the skills that I had learned in the past. And it just kind of made sense to do that because I was starting to get more and more clout around Topeka and around the U.S. And then it moved internationally to some collectors. And then it just really made sense to just put my time and effort into doing that. I mean, it was kind of just dropped in my lap. You know what I'm saying? So it was one of those things that it just kind of made sense. If that makes sense.
No, it makes plenty of sense. A lot
And
of it
so,
just it dropped in your lap and you took advantage of it. Nothing wrong with that.
yeah, and I mean, man, I'm really big on, because I use like bones and wood too a lot, but I'm really big on taking things and making them not what they're supposed to be. So like I like to take organic stuff and make it look really mechanical. And then I like to take the mechanical stuff like with the animals and make it look really fluid and like it's moving and it looks like it can just get up and go. You know what I'm saying? So I like to actually kind of mess with your mind of what you think things should do.
That makes plenty of sense. Yeah, I've been checking out your site and everything, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. And I collect myself when I can afford it. So sooner or later, I'll be knocking on your door to buy a piece. But
Right on, man.
I do it. Yeah, I do it right. Like right now, I just do a lot of painting, but I've done wire sculpturing. I've done uh, take it. Sometimes I'll challenge myself. I'll see a 2x4, and what can I do with this 2x4 and not make it look like it came from a 2x4? Does
Right.
that make any sense? So you chop it up, sand it, whatever, and you turn it into whatever. I turned one into a fish one time, and it was a 2x4, and I turned it into about a 12-inch fish. You know, a lot of gluing, a lot of whatever, you know, almost like putting a Lego together and sanding it. So no, I get that.
Right.
So you got to see what it is when it's not there and turn it into something. And that's because to me, yeah,
Right.
when I look at the junk pile, I just see a junk pile. It's like, wow, you must like see images coming out of that junk pile.
Nah, man.
Yeah. Well, I think all that metal
like for me, it's.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, for me, I just see it as material sometimes. So it's like kind of like when I use like sprockets out of bikes. I don't see a sprocket out of bikes. I see that it can be scales on something. You see what I'm saying? Like I see it as the patterns, not as what it used to be.
Yeah, I got to admit when I was looking at. I got to admit when I was looking at your artwork, I was trying to see what parts I could see in it. And I could see like gears, and I could see wires, sometimes some hoses, you know, stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. I would have never thought about using that for that.
Yeah, man, I'm just all about the details. I like anything that will give a little detail to it.
Yeah, but like I was saying, when I took that stuff up to you, you're like, hey, let's go throw it in the middle of the field so we can get a little more rusty. I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I like, so like with my work, like, you know, most like people are like painters and photographers, you know, they've got like their color schemes and stuff. Well, my color schemes come from, you know, stainless steel, copper, rusted metal, galvanized, aluminum. So I get my different color schemes based on what metals I use. So sometimes rusting them just gives me better colors for a piece.
Yeah, I've seen some of yours that contrast too, because you'll have a rusted piece and then you got like a copper piece or a aluminum piece going through it, and it really makes those more shinier pieces just stick out. And so yeah, I can see that. Like, well, you did that symbol there, and you got the wings done in the brass, and everything else is kind of the more subdued color, so those wings just really stick out. In fact, somebody on here said, hey, like what's on your shelf? It's already scrolled up. So, oh, there it is. Dan, cool work on the shelf. McBee's here now. We can stop the show. McBee's here.
Yeah.
Hey, Adam, how you doing?
What's up, Matt? What's happening, McBee? How you doing, man?
He's one of my favorite people, him and his wife. They're one of our power couples in town.
That's kind of how I found Peter's artwork. You know, Matt and Peter were friends, you know, on Facebook. And I think did you guys play shows together? It was through the music scene, I think y'all met, right?
Yeah, I used to be in a heavy metal hillbilly band. So we mixed old country with heavy metal. And that's how I met Matt was through that.
Well, we have a dance named after Matt too now, you know, because every time he dances, he does this little shimmy thing. So it's the McBee. When I perform, I do it too now, and it's the McBee. We're going to turn it into a song one of these days.
Hell yeah!
Trying there, Kevin.
It's time.
Well, man, can man, I don't have a few more seconds. I wanted to touch on something, but if I don't have
No,
time,
no,
I
it's-
want-
We're just switching. Every 10
Run
minutes
over.
we switch to do. Every 10 minutes we switch to do our art. That's what
Yeah.
we were talking about.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean,
So-
we got a whole
so what-
hour. You can go however long you want.
Oh, I don't think I want to do an hour, man. But I just wanted to make sure I touch on one thing that I do that I don't, because like when I met
Tag team.
Josh,
What's up, man?
when
Got to see the back of me. Sorry.
it's all right. But what I was saying was I wanted to touch on something. So like when I met Josh, and we really started to get to know each other, it was because of charities and volunteer work and stuff. So
Yep.
I mean, who would I be if I didn't touch on what I do just a little bit to draw awareness to it?
Exactly.
So I wanted to make sure
in.
before I get off. Yeah. So, well, if you got some questions, go ahead. If not, I'll just speak. It's up to you.
No, go ahead for now. I got questions. The floor is yours.
All right. Right on. So one thing I wanted to touch on, man, is something that's really important that I'm passionate about, is I also run a program called the Arc of Hope, which I work with veterans, and I teach veterans how to do metal work like I do. And I'm able to do this with a partnership that I do with the Gilbert Foundation, and which is an awesome fucking foundation that helps veterans get certifications for jobs. But
Awesome.
we wanted to make sure that people have a way to know, because they help artists they help veterans with jobs and stuff. We also wanted them to know that another job that's possible for them could be an artist. So it kind of gets them in, it kind of gets their hands in, it gets them in the creative process. And, you know, some people it helps, you know, mentally, physically, you know, based on things that they've been through. Because, like, I got into art basically because with my back and my background and everything, it was a release for me. It was something I could do to help heal me. So I wanted to be able to bring that to more people. And like I said, I just wanted to make sure that I touched on that a little bit. And if anybody's got any questions or anything, you know, feel free to ask me. But I just couldn't be on something like this and not talk about what I do. So
how long you been doing that? 2 years now, I think.
Oh, yes, sir. We've been doing it 2 years now. COVID slowed it down a little bit, like it slowed down the entire damn world. You know, the plague of 2020. But but I mean, we're still doing it, and I'm still meeting with people if they're willing to come out and meet with me. I mean, we have precautions in place that we're doing, but I mean, man, it's a fucking amazing program, and I'm so proud to be a part of it.
Yeah, I know. I've seen some of the work, and I've seen the smiles on their faces, you know, after they created, you know, something that you helped them create, and it's like, that's awesome.
Yeah,
so,
man.
Like, what else do you got going on this year?
What we do with them?
Go ahead.
Oh man, I'm doing other giant sculptures. I'm doing an art show in Kansas City. I got a lot of stuff I'm trying, you know, get my hands in to see what's going to happen this year. But man, it's kind of like go big or go home, and I can't go home, so I'm gonna go big. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. What was that song? We were talking about real recognize real. We both trying to go big. That's for sure.
Yep. That's one of my favorite songs, man.
Yep. What's your favorite piece that you've done? You know, I know you've got work there in the Noto district in Topeka. You've got a couple big statues down there now, don't you?
Yeah, man. It's people always tell me what's my favorite. Like, ask me what my favorite is.
They're all your favorites.
Because like it's kind of, it's kind of like with tattoos. I like to say, you know, it's the last one. You know, like when you get a tattoo, what's your favorite? Well, it's the last one I just got is my favorite right now because it's new.
Yeah.
But I mean, man, I got a lot of them. Like, excuse me, I'm drinking beer and stuff and talking to you like an asshole. But anyway, like, man, like I've done a stallion before, a horse with a giant mane. I love that one.
Yeah.
I did a manicore one time.
Hold up.
It's got like it's got like a 5 foot wingspan. It's based on a Pierce Anthony book. And that one's one of my favorite. That fucking skull in the corner right there with the little with the stainless spiral horns.
Yeah.
That one actually kind of pisses me off to see because that one was stolen out of an art gallery 5 years back.
Yeah.
They broke into an art gallery and they stole that and another piece. And
I want to talk. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, go ahead. There's a delay, so I can't.
Yeah, I know it's messing with me too, but we'll get through it. I'd never seen the bass one. I want to hear the story on the bass there.
Oh, that one, man, it's actually still sitting out in my garage. I just wanted to fucking build a stand-up bass out of a 55-gallon drum, so I did.
It's awesome.
So I still just have it sitting in my garage. Yeah, I'll probably build another one once I come across I've been playing music 34 years.
Yeah.
That bass is operational is what I'm saying.
So yeah, no, it works, man. It's got fucking electronics and everything.
Awesome.
You can plug it in and it still work.
Yeah, and then there's the centipede you did for the first middle of the maps, and then some of your little spoon insects.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's some cool stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I don't know anything else. What's you were doing some music too? I think you were trying to get back in some music, weren't you?
Yeah, I got a buddy of mine that plays guitar. It's been in a bunch of bands, and we wanted to start a 3-piece. We're still looking for a drummer, but you know how everything is right now. It's kind of hard to do anything with anybody, so it's kind of on the back burner.
Yeah,
I kind of gave up music for a long time because, you know, when you're a musician, you put $15,000 worth of equipment in a $1,000 car to drive 150 miles to get paid $20.
Yep.
You know, so
you get paid $20. I never got paid $20.
Well, you get that when you're good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
Thanks.
Eating McDonald's tonight. All right, man. I appreciate you coming on
or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah. I'll let you get back to your night. I appreciate it. Anything else you wanna say before we get off here?
No, man. I think I touched everything I wanted to hit, and I just want to say thank you guys for having me. And I always love doing these things. I feel weird shit doing them, but I love doing it, and I love talking to people, and I love bringing awareness to everything, man. So thanks a lot, and you guys have a good night.
Yeah, I just clicked on the ticker down there. Cheers. It's got your Facebook at Clover Gear Art, right?
Clover Gear on Facebook. Yep, and I also got a website and an Instagram. Yes, sir.
Okay, website is clovergear.com.
Clovergearnoto.com. Clovergearnoto.com.
All right, I'll get the link up and I'll post it on here and everything and get it out to everybody. I appreciate you coming on. You have a great night.
Take it easy, guys.
Have a good one.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
So that was Peter. He's a damn good guy. I appreciate him coming on, talking a little bit about what we do. At least I could hear him. Was probably the problem last time. Damn volume wasn't up, but hey, we're
amateurs.
We're amateurs.
We're amateurs trying to be professionals.
Yeah. What are you gonna say? Any comments? Let's see here. Dan says he's looking at his page right now. Oh, so yeah, like I said, also want to say a big shout out to Mr. Big Sexy. It's his birthday today, and we've kind of teamed up. I don't know if, like I said, next Saturday on Big Sexy shows, Big Sexy Saturday Night Live. I'll be making the announcement for the Tees for Charity shirt. I want to keep that kind of tied to him. He gave me the opportunity several months ago to come on, and so we're going to keep that announcement over at Big Sexy's on Saturday nights, usually roughly the last Saturday of the month, close to it. And yeah, it's going to be a good time. Let's see. We haven't touched base with Kevin back there and seen what's going on. What do y'all think? Some colorful squirrels. I'm freaking digging it.
Well, we got a Macarena squirrel, or not a Gundam squirrel. Oh, excuse me.
Gundam style.
Of course, Saturday Night Fever, and this one's Vogue.
Got to have the Vogue.
And I guess the alien guy must be the sound dude. That must be a speaker, not a ray gun.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah. time is it? 6:30. Okay, so Kevin's got about what, 5 more minutes, I think, and then we're gonna switch up. We're gonna bring somebody on a little later to give their 2 cents. Y'all have to wait and see who it is. Tease you a little bit. I see him backstage. I'll wave to him. He can hear me. That's good. Very cool dude. I'm just floored at all of it. But what else? We got all kinds of stuff going on. I can't even keep track of it in my head. We've got the stickers and decal. We've got some artwork already.
So show them the posters I brought in. Ones you had from before, you still have plenty left too.
Yeah. Like I said, they got prints for sale right now. The Spuds hasn't made it up onto the website yet. Like I said, this week has been a whirlwind of stuff. Had a little identity theft crisis.
Everybody did.
Still trying to deal with that. That's what can you do? It's the day and age it happens, but you got to stay savvy. You get all kinds of scammer emails, and I thought having a negative credit score would, deter people from wanting to steal my identity, but apparently not.
Hey, $20, $20.
Yeah, like I said, I can't get a loan, but here I get a, debit card in my name. I'm like, hey, as long as there's money on it, maybe I should activate it. But yeah, like I said, Kevin brought some of the prints, the zombie prints. There we go. This is one I did of Kevin. We can't see it because I got the other thing on. Duh. What an idiot. What an idiot. There we go. Too many buttons. But Kevin masquerades as Captain Spaulding every once in a while. So that was one I did of him and, what's her name?
Baby from the movie, but it's General Fritz who was actually in the picture.
Yeah. So, I got to get the full set out to Mr. Adam Jones. I was needing that one because I gave him all of the ones I ran, and we were just, trying to peddle them. But somebody says, groom the beard, son. Might be a pandemic going on, but we got lots to represent. I don't know who he's talking to.
Probably me. I don't groom mine.
He don't do that.
I got to keep my Captain Spaulding image up.
Blue Squirrel from Flashdance.
Not Flashdance. Saturday Night Fever.
Saturday Night Fever. All right. So I think we're pretty close. Let's switch her up. Got all the dogs in here. So don't trip over.
Yeah, it's funny. Tracy saw that. Oh, doing aliens. You're not going to anal probe one of the squirrels, are you now? It was her idea to come up with the little dancing squirrels because she said she had dancing squirrels in her head. Oh, we don't even have anybody on now.
No. Not yet.
Make sure I'm not stuck up. Well, as you saw, there's a dog now down there. But I showed one of my symbols that I've been working on. Now these bands are throwing them out, so I said, hey, let me try painting on them. It's really hard to paint on these things, by the way. So there's one. I wonder when it got chipped. It happens. And then that one I actually did live last week. Here's another one I've done up. See, it's been broken right here. So it's a matter of layers. I usually coat it with some kind of spray paint or some other paint just so I can actually paint on it, because trying to paint on this brass, it gets real smooth and just starts running a lot.
Chipping off and everything, I'm sure.
Yeah. And then I got others, but I only brought 3 I could show you on. And then this one here, if you look closely, the crack's right here. And there's a big light making it shine. It's supposed to be an octopus. And then I just threw a bunch of inks and stuff all over it. So it's an orange octopus in the background. So there you go. Like anybody, if you're interested in any of them, just let me know. I don't know how much shipping is going to cost on something like that because they're pretty darn heavy. And then let's see. Oh, you're saying you, not me, because I know mine needs to be groomed. If I did a beard oil, it'd probably come out about here. But if you've ever seen Captain Spaulding, it's always messy and it sticks out. So I do wash it and keep it clean and stuff, but I just don't do any grooming techniques with it. What are you doing there?
I was taking the comment off. Stuck on there.
Is blue squirrel what? Oh, okay. They show up on the main picture.
Yeah.
I don't know. Figuring it all out. I figure I'm going to let Josh figure it out, and then he can show me what to do after that.
Fake it till we make
Yeah, fake it till we make it. Scott's taking a picture of the screen.
Probably looking at all us idiots.
Yeah,
Look at these
probably.
idiots.
Probably. Like I just learned how to use the snippet tool. Okay, we're at that point. I've been featuring some local bands in the Wichita area, and it's going to expand because I've been all over the country. I've been doing everything from a fanzine for 10 years to been doing the photography of the local scene and wherever I end up in the world sometimes, music-wise. I was out at a show last night taking photos, and it was real cool. It was a free show done by the band was called For the Birds, kind of a bluesy band. And then a friend of mine who's a rap artist named Thane, he does some work with them too. But anyway, they didn't have an album out. They have, but like 10 years ago. First one I'm going to show is Suffocate the Skies. This actually came out probably before the pandemic. So I'm thinking before all that. And I like them. They're getting better. Like you said, this pandemic, I don't know how many the bands it's killed. I hope these guys are still around because they just did this just before the pandemic. Yeah. Probably 2019 though.
I've seen pictures of them still jamming.
Yeah, they're on Spotify. It's funny because I haven't even opened this package. I spend money on Spotify and YouTube so I can get the bands their 0.0000001 cent from me. Plus, I already bought merch from them. The next one is Sprout, the anti-hero. He's been in a lot of local bands, metal bands and stuff, and this is his solo acoustic stuff that he does, and it's really solid stuff. He's a great singer. Funny thing is, I knew him for 10 years and never knew he played guitar until I saw him playing guitar one time doing his live stuff. I think I knew he played guitar, but when he was with bands, he's always the lead vocalist, so you just never really see that. And this is a 4-song thing. He's actually in Oklahoma now. He moved to Denver for a while, and like everybody, it costs too much. But there's a Sprout. He's been in King Shifter and oh my God, I could go on probably about 5 or 6 just thinking right now, and probably about 20 overall. Sprout's pretty cool, dude. You'll know him. He always sticks out in the crowd because he's like 6 foot 100. I'm 6'4", and if I have to look up to you, you're tall. That's all it's to it. And I had to look up to him. And when I first met him, he actually had all those piercings in his face. You remember that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. He doesn't have all those piercings. He has a few still, but he used to have, if you walk by him with a magnet, he would have to automatically follow you. But those are the 2 bands that I wanted to show today. And it looks like a couple, we're at 640 now. So wherever you're at. Yeah.
I think Scott's ready.
It looks like Scott's ready. You ready, Scott? He's thumbs up, thumbs up. Yeah, because if I push a button here, it's going to end up doing something weird, and we'll be like,
can't make no guarantees either.
The FFC is going to come running in and come screaming. And you grabbed the wrong head. We're going to have to learn how to do this exchange quicker, like a running back and a quarterback, right?
All right. So without further ado, to give his 2 cents here, we're going to bring Mr. Scott Sikora on. Maybe. Hey.
Cool. I was sorry, a little too close for you there. Like getting inside of your head.
How you doing tonight?
I am doing fantastic. I want to say, however, though, like I've watched the last show and kind of been following stuff that's been going on. And once Kevin started talking about music stuff, I'm like, I am now like 1,243.687% like completely hooked on this.
Awesome.
And I swear, like Kevin and I could have like stories for days and days and days about like bands and stuff because forever and ever, like I've been in bands, and then for the longest time I was tour managing, been all around the country working with thousands of bands everywhere.
That's awesome.
And had the luxury of literally like scouting bands and just being paid to go watch bands play every weekend in every city for years. And it's probably one of the greatest things that I've ever experienced. And, you know, just to hear him talk about Wichita and like in Kansas, and, you know, I was in, there's this one club in Kansas City called the Riot Room, which is like one of my all-time favorite clubs. Like I've done so many shows at that place and seen so many amazing bands in Kansas City. It's unreal. Like, I mean, when it comes to music, like that's where my heart has always been.
I hear you.
And
I dropped out of college to be a rock star, and here I am.
Now you're a rock star.
so did I. I didn't drop out of college though, but I just didn't really go to college.
Well, I went a semester and a half and said this isn't for me, and then got a job in aircraft and started making money so I could live like a rock star, but party like a rock star.
So how's it going? How's it going tonight, guys?
Great. It's going great. I want to say thank you to you and Aaron and everybody at Talking Beards. Thank you for this opportunity.
Yeah, he's been like awesome. A little giddy schoolgirl.
Yes,
ever since.
We totally appreciate the fact that, I mean, you've been a trooper with posting and stuff on the BS Button Beard bulletin board for months and just following the show. And as we've been like kind of like learning a little bit more about like you and what you've been doing and, you know, all these great little things that you've been up to, it was a no-brainer. Like as soon as Aaron and I saw that you were doing a show, it was like, we got to get them on, because we need to give people opportunities to get their message out. And especially when it involves our community, it doesn't always have to be about this. Yeah. It's about what's behind that. Yeah, and exactly. Definitely you're doing something with your voice and your artistic ability to like make a difference in the world. And that's all we're trying to do, is just kind of explore and share with everyone that's in our group and in the bearding community and beyond, all the cool people that are involved in what we do, and, you know, that do the things inside the community that help accentuate and excel things that are going on in there. So definitely what you guys are doing is, as soon as I heard you guys were doing a show, I'm like, Aaron, I texted Aaron, I'm like, we got to get him on. We got to get him on. We got to get him on.
I'm blushing, no doubt.
Shut your mouth, woman.
Oh, I know this guy. He said, hey, I can't talk about it, but I could tell you. And I'm waiting for him to post it. And then you didn't post it.
Yeah.
And you didn't post it. And you didn't post it. Okay, this has only been an hour.
Yeah. It's only an hour.
They haven't posted it yet.
Yeah.
Dude, give them some time.
Yeah. So yeah,
I've been kind of a little lacking in the past few weeks, but you know, I'm just super excited about getting this. I mean, and it worked out really good to have you guys on Sunday night. I mean, it's what you guys are doing is just completely different, and I love the fact that it's just, you know, you spend an hour and you guys both jump back and forth and you're working on a project, and I love the fucking squirrels.
It's fun.
You can thank,
and like I said, we need
Traci. As a Traci Sampson, you can thank her for that, because she came to me and she goes, I got these dancing squirrels in my head. I said, oh, that's our next art project.
I don't know if we've got a theme for next week yet, but eventually we want to kind of do it, just the day of kind of thing. But I don't know if we've got any suggestions today yet. So what do you want us to paint next week, Scott?
Well, you already have something that I'm very interested in at the very top of your painting right now. I'm a humongous UFO guy. Like, I am big into the paranormal. Like, I don't like ghosts and stuff. Like, ghosts are just
stupid.
Bigfoot's dumb. But like, I'm alien stuff. I'm like totally hardcore into, even though I don't believe in it. I'm at the point where I was like super like into like, oh my God, we're being visited by aliens all the time. And then I became super submerged in the whole world of like, alien abduction culture and all this stuff. And the more I just was like, this is just crazy. I'm like, I don't, it's way out there, but I do believe that there is something out there. I believe there is something coming to visit us. I'm not going to say that it's creatures from other planets and stuff like that. It could be.
Yeah.
I'm more along the lines of like, I'm thinking it's more multi-dimensional kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, universe is way too large for it just to be us. So I've always been drawn to it as well. I've got 3 aliens I drew up 20 years ago tattooed on my leg. See no evil, hear no evil, aliens.
All right. So this thing right here, this is a paper mache I crafted when I was a senior in high school.
Awesome.
And it just sits next to me. I made this thing at this point. That was already sitting at almost 30 years.
Yeah.
It's been sitting next to me that I've been like completely submerged into the culture of that. And then you kind of delve it into like where we're at right now and like with the world of podcasting and stuff like that, and how the world completely opened with the world of, I'm interested in something, I can just easily search on my phone to like listen to things, and I type in podcasts about UFOs and stuff, and I get like 50 different things. And then next thing I know, I go down a rabbit hole, and that's pretty much how we ended up where we're at right now. Is I was always into radio and stuff. And once I'd kind of got out of that, I always wanted to do a show, and podcasting kind of came about, and I kind of like really dove into it with like listening to like paranormal stuff. And I'm like, well, how can I like, what I want to do a show, but I don't know anything that I know about. I mean, even though this thing's hanging in front of my face all day long, I'm like, there's nothing I'm an expert in.
Yeah.
And so next thing I know, I'm like, well, let's just do a beard show. And then it's just 5 years later, here we are, and we're sitting talking with you, and you guys are doing your, I love it. This is just great.
We're going to try to get on, I've talked with Sean Swoop. I don't know if you know who he is, Pixelated Normal podcast. It's Prescott, Gerald, and Sean Swope.
Oh, look who's calling me. Natali Johnston. Let's answer it real quick.
Doesn't say X-Files.
Oh, hey, Natali. How are you?
15 minutes.
What was that? Aaron's in line right now, and he wants to talk, and he wants to be on the show, but he can't?
For 15 minutes, Scott.
Wow, that's really bad. So, then she hung up on me.
So what's the 15 minutes? Oh, your 15 minutes of fame's over?
Natali D. Johnston hung up on you guys. Can you believe that?
Oh, geez.
Well, because our 15 minutes of fame was over.
Oh, yeah. It just started, right? But Sean Swope, him and Preston, he does a podcast called Pixelated Paranormal. And they're both out of here in Wichita. And I bought a print from him a couple of weeks ago and talked to him. Once stuff settles down with,
Is Aaron in the waiting room downstairs?
Oh, yes, there. I see him now. Has he been there?
That's apparently maybe where he's been waiting for 15 minutes.
Oh,
hey.
Sorry. Rookie mistake. I didn't
all good.
see it down there.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you sound really good.
Yeah, so I've just been hanging out listening to Scott talk for, the last 15 minutes. It's nice to see him talking again. That's nice.
I'll stop. It's your turn.
Absolutely not. I was
That's
just,
what it is.
just like I was waving and I couldn't get out, to text you.
Yeah,
'cause,
well,
then I would have left. But
I got this
hey,
box in the way.
yeah, well, oh hey, I'm here.
Oh, hey, sorry.
I'm
How do you
hiding
feel
in a
about the
corner.
Fired
squirrel?
already.
Aaron, how do you feel about the squirrels tonight?
I like the squirrels.
Which one's your favorite one?
Saturday Night Fever.
I don't know. I can't see them.
Green,
I just pulled it
blue,
up.
or yellow?
Well,
I like green.
This is the voguing one, the green one. This is Saturday Night Fever, and this is Gundam style.
Oh, I'm going for the yellow one.
Yeah, of course Scott would go for the yellow
Whoa.
one. You're Gundam style, Scott.
Your face is Gangnam style.
But yeah, I like that green one.
You make me sigh.
You're stupid. I'm probably gonna go to like Universal Studios jail
Yeah.
because I don't have my mask on.
Uh-oh.
So you're here on vacation, by the way, which I don't know what that is, but
Me neither.
and then I leave you in there for 15 minutes. But tell us, what have you been doing today?
So what have we done today? We went to an escape room, and
You got out, apparently.
we did. Yeah,
He sounded so
we had like
disappointed.
30 seconds left. No time to spare. What else did we do? So we found a place called Old Town in Kissimmee, but apparently we didn't think about like there being multiple bars in this little town area, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were playing, and there
Oh,
was
yeah.
900,000 trillion people over there, so we
That's
left.
my favorite soccer team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're pretty good at hockey, I think.
I was
So-
really great when the NBA started back up again.
Oh yeah, everybody was like so excited about the NBA, and they were watching it.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
what
know.
place did they come in NASCAR this year?
Bills right now.
Shut up, Scott.
Nico, stop it!
Yeah, I got mine laying in here. She's got an empty bowl of food, and she's just laying in the way. So you see us fall, it's because of her.
Oh man, You can't-
Nico
you can't-
tricked me into feeding
you know.
twice tonight.
you look really good in HD tonight, Josh.
Oh, I do. Thank you. I'm
Oh,
glad
man.
we upgraded. Yeah, me and Big Sexy worked out a little deal, and we're pretty happy with it. I think
This
it's
is
going to
awesome.
work just fine as long as I let my guests in, not 15 minutes late.
It's fine. Just
I'm
continue
working
to
on
look at
getting
the
the
little
second screen too, so I can look and see.
dude. The second screen is huge. It
Yeah.
is huge. That I ran off of one screen for a long time, and Scott had like 6, and he was like doing all this cool stuff. I'm like, man, I need to do something here. So I finally started utilizing 2 screens, and I don't know how I ever ran off of one.
Yeah.
I told Josh we need to set it up like a war room so we can have screens everywhere. But then he said, if I have
Everywhere.
one back here, I'll never get any painting done.
Yeah, I always see Scott looking up, so I assume his screens are above him.
Yeah, my camera's like right here, and then my screen goes all the way like it's actually way too big for what I'm doing. So
Yeah.
but I mean I can have like literally the equivalent of 6 laptop screens of stuff up above me. So I'm always like trying to like go between things and stuff like that. Nico wants to watch his like cat videos over here.
Cat
And-
videos.
Shut up, Aaron. That's not nice. Why are you making fun of Nico and his
I
cat
was
videos?
laughing. I watch cat videos. It was fine. It was just
Do
made
you
me laugh.
Do not see how upset he is and his
Videos on there.
feelings are completely
Yeah.
hurt.
Hi, Nico.
Hi, Nico. He's not amused. She's not amused.
No, Nico's not amused. Aaron hurt his feelings the other day.
No.
Yeah, probably. He deserved it.
Don't listen.
So what else is going on? What do y'all? How far along is the art piece? How much
Oh,
longer do
we-
y'all think you got on it?
Background. This time we put the foreground in before the background. So
Yeah, I don't know. Well,
That's
And
usually
then-
how I do all my paintings.
Yeah.
The
normally it's
you
better to
know.
put the background in first, but I wanted to really. If we waste time on the background, you can't see what we're doing. But once I get the background in, we'll go back in and touch it up with some more whites and blacks.
Yeah.
Probably-
See,
Oh, yeah.
usually I go like half of the background, then I do a little bit of
Mhm.
foreground, then I do like a quarter of the background, then I bring it back to the fore. I'm just all over the place when it comes to painting.
yeah.
I pretty
figure
much
we'll
just like
finish it up.
paint it all one color.
You're
That's-
pretty
that's
much like
the
paint
best.
by number guy.
Oh yeah, I'm super good
So
at
you're
it.
like
And, like,
finger paint by number guy.
Yeah.
That's,
Finger
that's
paint
what
by
we did
number.
here. It was paint by numbers. I said I'm going to do blue.
Yeah, I
green,
figure
and
we'll
yellow.
have about 30 minutes to finish it up while we do the time lapse video, which right now I've just been throwing it on YouTube, not putting it on Facebook, just kind of bonus material.
Right.
And it seems like people have been digging that more, at least
That's
on
cool.
YouTube. But it's only 10-minute video versus an hour, so you know how the world is. They want it quick, they want it fast.
A little talking assault.
But yeah,
Whoa!
We didn't
Tell him to watch his mouth. We don't go around throwing salt like that.
What about pepper?
Well, we do. We're all about peppering things.
paprika.
Well, we actually
all about the
first
pepper.
part of that assault, man. So
Nico's very offended by salt talk. I'm just to let you know.
Well, all right. Well, I think we'll let you guys get back to your evenings. I know you're on vacation and you're winding down, back ready to the real world. So we got about 4 more minutes. We'll broadcast, and then we'll start doing the talking art assault. We're gonna have to change that name because I'll be screwing it up all the time.
Well, y'all keep doing what you're doing, and we appreciate all your hard work and your dedication to your craft. And I think I really look forward to watching y'all develop and turn into a bigger and better show, a lot better than the Big Sexy Saturday Night Show. That thing is stupid.
Aaron, they don't do photography. They're not developing anything. They're painters.
Shut up, Scott.
Oh my God.
actually,
all right, guys.
I am a photographer, but
all right. Well, y'all have a good night. And
yeah, thank you again. Thank you.
Bye,
for the
Aaron.
opportunity.
I'm staying
Bye,
with him
Scott.
for a second. You just go away.
You finish your talk.
Yeah, you just
I'm probably confident enough to talk without him here.
Oh my
so
God.
that's an advantage of that.
Go get me in trouble with the boss man already. One of them, anyhow.
Hey, that's all right. But anyways, I want to thank you guys for being a part of the Talking Beards Network, and we definitely want to try to help, all of our friends and all of their endeavors like grow bigger and bigger, and help you guys, follow your dreams and get it out to as many people as we can. And that's what the whole point of the Talking Beards Network is. And it's just about letting like-minded people like get their message out there. And we use the ship of Talking Beards to like bring everyone on board and like let's sail them off into the sunset together. So
I love what you guys are doing.
Well, we thank you very much, and we appreciate you guys. And I'm excited to see how this painting next week of a multi-dimensional universe is going to go.
Okay,
We're
there
gonna
we go.
extend to a 2-hour show.
So I mean,
We don't have anybody behind us, so we could go, 6 hours, 8 hours.
however long you want, man.
Exactly.
We don't care. But we greatly appreciate your thought and time and energies and everything that you guys are putting into this, and we thank you guys very much. And we hope that your guys' show grows and becomes something way bigger than what Talking Beards is right now. Like I see something so much with you guys because of your number one, your artistic ability, but your vision and your thoughts and what you guys are trying to do. So
Don't make me blush again.
And I'm such a ruggedly handsome man. Right? I should have
well, yeah, you are, but still, we need to like do like a show about music sometime. Like if you want to do something, I'm like, even if
See, we
Dude,
already
I'm
were
like-
talking about it.
I've forgotten more about music than I remember. I'll tell you
that's
that.
I'm like so far removed from it that it's
I still do the local scene. I just got tired of the world scene because, like politics, everybody's shoving all the pop bands and all the big bands in their face. So I just said, you know what?
Yeah.
The local scene's just as good as anywhere
That's-
all over the world. And especially our scene here, we don't get inundated by just one like death metal or country. I mean, one of my favorite bars, the guy will play a country band and then follow it up with a metal band.
Yeah.
And it's fucking cool.
That's awesome. That's the stuff I love. It's just embracing all types of music, and especially if you're in a town where you're limited with your venues of, and even right now with the way the world is you're limited with venues of playing anything. It's
We've had
really
clubs who go out of business because of this stuff. And that's
but it's really cool to be open-minded enough to just throw it all together into like just this huge melting pot of like letting everyone, play and just it be for the people that are there, even if it may only be a few people.
It's funny. Wichita's been that way as long as I can remember. And everybody talks about the Kansas City, Oklahoma City, Denver, Tulsa, and they always skip Wichita. And they don't realize that the music community here is huge. It's huge.
Yeah.
And we actually got world bands from Wichita that people just don't know about.
What's the name 3 of the most popular, famous, quote unquote, famous bands from your area?
Well, I have to go with an old school, Manila Road. And then we have Arbuncle.
Seasons After, and
Well, Seasons After did pretty good for a while there. And he's talking metal. I'm kind of mixing it all up.
Oh, see, I'm a metal guy, so
I'm
throw metal at me.
big time metal.
I wouldn't call Seasons After metal, but
Yeah, they're the new metal.
Yeah.
It's new metal. It's still metal.
I've been out of the scene so long, I don't know. Like I said, it's been 20 years since I've played in bands, and yeah.
Well, anyway, we've had Manila Road would probably be, when it comes to that genre, I would have to say is the biggest. Unfortunately, Mark Shelton died 3 years ago, and he was at the open air in or one of the big festivals in Europe, and he stepped off stage and died on the spot. So he died what he was doing. Loving what he was doing.
Egads.
Mama says we can have the lead singer of Manila Road on the show next week.
And then we've had a lot of people leave here and that do well in other bands in other states and stuff too. But
Basically, we think they're big. Nobody else gives a shit.
but if you look up, find those old who's of guitar players, Mark Shelton's in almost every single one of them. You know?
So basically, what you're telling me is Maroon 5 is from your town. This is great.
If Maroon 5 was from our town, they'd probably be dead now.
Yeah.
I mean, we have
All right,
Christy,
children.
Christy Alley's from here. Isn't she a rock star?
Yeah. Joe Walsh.
Oh, he's a Kent State dude. Like I'm from Cleveland, so
Yeah. Well, I got family in Ohio. I used to go up to Chillicothe every other summer. And I've been to Cleveland, did a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That was amazing.
I take that back. I was going to say, for all the years that I've lived in Cleveland, I like literally live 20 minutes from downtown, and I've never been to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And then I did work an event there last year, and that was the first time I was ever inside the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I was just like,
Isn't that kind of how it works when you live there? You never go to those places.
yeah.
Either
Yeah,
family come visit, so you go because they're paying for the trip, or
there was just never anything there that interested me. I'm just I'm a metal guy through and through, and when you're getting into the history of rock and roll, there isn't like a lot of stuff. You can dive back into your Black Sabbaths and Led Zeppelins and Kiss, but that's, to me, that's not metal. I'm more of a,
who was it? Jethro Tull.
yeah.
Metal Grammy Award. Don't get me wrong, I think Jethro Tull's cool, and I love their stuff, but they were not metal.
No.
Yeah, they
And
beat
then Bon
Metallica.
Jovi won the next one, I think, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's your favorite metal band, Scott?
It's so tough to say. It's
Top
like
two.
top
Top two.
shit.
That didn't help. Top 5.
Oh, okay. Right at this very moment, like the stuff that I'm really listening to right now is Machine Head.
Yep.
Devin
Townsend. Like, I love his stuff so much.
Oh my God. Sometimes he's sometimes, well, I see the Alien. There you go.
Yep. He's all over the place. Like, some of his stuff is so like smooth and real
the
chill
modern
and
Frank
relaxed, and
Zappa,
then
man.
he's like,
The modern Frank Zappa.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. He's going to play.
what else am I listening to? I've been listening to a lot of this this band called Omnific. They are a 3-piece band, the 2 bass players and a drummer.
Wow.
It's super technical, but it's all, there's no vocals. It's just 2 bass players. And it's all instrumental, just real super cool stuff.
Yeah.
God, that's 3.
Do.
No, it's cool.
You ever heard of Dead to Fall?
No.
Like I say, I found them, when they tried to bring the Headbangers Ball back.
Yeah.
Me and a friend was just sitting there, and it was like, all the videos were the same. They're standing in a abandoned barn or in a field and just all looking. Ugh. And then here comes Dead to Fall with one of their songs, Chum Fiesta. And it's a brutal song, but the video is just so freaking hilarious. He's getting eaten by an inflatable shark and using jelly blood, and it's just hilarious. And they came to Wichita and played in this little. We played there a lot. It was Eagles Lodge. It was just like it was a private bar. It
belonged to the Eagles Lodge people.
Yeah,
it's a
membership.
Yeah, and so they were supposed to be there, and the day before they showed up, they broke up. I'm like, no.
Everybody breaks up the day before they come to Wichita.
Yeah, it's kind of I'm a little heartbroken about it, but I've heard they were going to make some more music, but I don't know. I haven't checked anything.
Another band that I've been like super into they're like one of my originals from like when I first started in the early 90s, but Prong.
Yeah.
Like I love their old stuff, and then they kind of disappeared, and they
got an album that just came out.
Oh yeah, dude! Everything that they put, like literally 5 albums out in the past 6 years, and they've all been like gold.
Yeah, and it's not. and they're not all the same, but they're still Prong.
Yes.
Because I just bought their last one, which was a double album.
Like I say, you're gonna have to Suffocate the Skies.
I'm a huge vinyl fan, so
it's the Wichita band.
We're definitely gonna have to start like I have a enormous crate in my garage of unopened CDs from local bands from all over the country.
Yeah,
we have to do like a CD trading club.
Oh, like it used to be in that day, man.
Yeah, like old school, like because that's like that CD right there. Like I want that. I'm like I would just I would go out on the road. I'd be gone all day Friday, all day Saturday. I'd get home late Sunday night, go to work Monday through Thursday, hop on a plane Friday morning, but like every night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night, I would just sit and listen to music every night.
Yeah.
Like I just could not get enough of it. And the worst part is there's so much garbage out there. It's I hate to say it. There's so many people and artists, kids making music out there that are just, they have the heart, but like they just, I was in the business of finding bands, recruiting bands, and
I can see why you are the way you are on that. I love those bands coming out of the garage that sound like crap, and then you see them a year later, and you're like, "Holy shit, what happened to these guys?" It's like, my God. That's how the Suffocate the Sky guys were. When I first saw them, the first few shows they first started, they were good, but man, the last time I've seen them, they just blew me the hell away, man.
Well, and to prove your point there, like, with me traveling around and stuff, I'd be going back to cities a year later, and to be seeing these same bands that played a year before, I'd be like, oh my God, this band again. And then, dude, they got new members, they practiced, they got their shit together, and that's the gold that you're looking for. And even though they might not be technically what we were looking for to help promote and stuff like that, but they were along the right tracks. They knew what their goal was. They wanted to sound like something. They honed their skills, and they were getting good, and they were getting better.
Yeah.
And that's all that you want.
Yeah.
And then you need to find the bands that are like the ones that are going to actually succeed. You have to those are the ones that we were looking for, is like, not only were they good and stuff like that, but there's a different mindset when you get into those bands that are like, that want to be successful. There's a difference between I'm a garage band and I want to make it. It's
true.
Yeah.
True. There's a business side that everybody's got to buy into. If they don't buy in that business side, they're just gonna die.
Yeah. And that was part of my game is I needed to go in to these clubs, and I just needed to sit and talk to these guys. I needed to listen and figure out where their head was. I needed to figure out, like, are they business guys, or are they artists that are just, if you want to be successful in music, you need to make sure that you're balanced, and like, it's a business. It is a business. Same with art.
We had to do a couple shows, or the drummer got drunk and went home, and like we're gonna go on without a drummer. I'm like, you're going on without a singer too, or a front man. I mean, I wouldn't call metal singing, but I was like, you're going on without a front man too, because I'm going home later. we're not going on without a drummer.
Yeah, that's something definitely you can't do. You can definitely go on without a singer.
Yeah.
You're an instrumental man for the night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, it was
unplug and go acoustic.
it's rough. But we're gonna get off of here and get the time lapse video going on, and we like I said, we appreciate it. I'm ready to.
I think outside of painting the blower edge, we're kind of done.
I absolutely loved being on here with you guys tonight. I could do this every Sunday night. Like, I mean, I want to talk music, man. Like, this is
It's taking over
Well,
so much fun.
Well, like I said, we got something in the works. Maybe we'll talk to you about. How about
Maybe
that?
we should do like a Friday night, like
Yeah.
local music show, and I'll go out and I'll dig this
See?
huge box of stuff out that's like 20 years old.
Get out of my head. Get out of my head, Scott. Yeah, we were talking about it before.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
literally hundreds and thousands of freaking CDs, cassettes, vinyl. I even still have some 8-tracks somewhere in the house, but that kind of dates me
Yeah.
there. But
Yeah, and the thing about that stuff is it's so like it's not. I mean, we could get away with playing it and not get flagged.
yes and no, because I've done it at least through Facebook. I would play local bands who I've got emails and written permission to use their music. Every time I do live art, I do this other speed art with chalks. It takes me 30 minutes to do a full picture. And I would play some local bands. About 20 minutes into it, I get this big red sign across my screen saying, you cannot play this music without permission. And I'm like, okay, fine. But Facebook has no place where I can send all those emails, all those signed things I got about these local bands that I'm playing. And there's some traveling bands too that I got permission from everything. I got from their label. I got the right permissions, but they shut me down at 30 minutes every time. Yeah. Every time.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. All right. Well, you have a good night.
You guys too. Thank you for having me on, and good luck
Thank
to you
you.
guys. Thank you so very much, and best
Be a
wishes.
fun ride.
Oh, cleansing is my favorite song.
Oh my God! Yes, I love that one.
That's from Traci Sampson. She's pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
Divine is God.
All right.
Way to go, Tracy. All right, guys,
Yeah,
have a great
way to
night.
Let's see where
Katie Henning came on too. Oh, hey, Katie.
I didn't get to do much painting on there, but I'll go slap some more paint on it before we get out of here. Behind the scenes, but so
I think I'm pretty much done. I mean,
I'm going to slap some paint on somewhere.
Well, the bottom, I did all the edges. The bottom edge still needs to be done. And then, yeah, you can add some more detail.
But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Peter Seller, for coming on. Scott Secor and Aaron D. Johnson. I'm sorry I left you waiting for 15 minutes. I'm a rookie.
Our sponsor.
And yes, before we go.
Yeah, Devin, not Divine. Well, you like Divine too, Tracy. We know that. But Devin, she meant Devin.
Orozco's hot sauce. I can't say it without rolling my R's. I apologize.
Orozco's
hot sauce. This stuff is good. I got with him last year. Well, 2019. I keep saying last year, but last year was a lost year. So 2019 for the middle of the maps. I got with Ladio, and he sold me some bottles, and we've made some labels. And flavor was Burning Beard. He's got Demon Cleaner.
He was at the
Abracadabra.
He was also at the one where I hosted Captain Spaulding.
Yeah, that was the 19. Yep.
Yeah.
And so there's all his information. So yeah, it's been a great show. Had a lot of fun. We, not too terribly screwed things up. Well, I don't know.
At least this time we figured out what was going on.
Yeah. So all right, you guys have a good night. Let's get this off of there.
Gonna have to come up with a saying like, "Go get naked."
Yeah, go get naked.
Time to take your pants off.
Keep it sleazy, Wichita. Keep it sleazy, world. I don't know.
Time to take your pants off. circle start. Okay, I'm going to draw a circle. What should that circle? Or